Hi everyone, we're here again at Home Instead Senior Care, the place where we are now filming our My Dog and Me, and we want to thank Lisa Bailey, who's in charge of Home Instead, and the fact that she allows us to use her upstairs facility. The real truth is Lisa really likes dogs, so anytime I'm doing anything with dogs, Lisa's very, very welcome to let me come in here. With me today is Stacy Hyatt, and you are with the...
I'm with the YMCA.
What do you do at the YMCA?
I'm a child care operations director. So I whoops, that was a little scary. Take care of all the kiddos from 6 weeks to 12 years, making sure they're all taken care of and where they need to be.
And what, real quick, because I don't know anything about that, but the kids are basically from Meadville?
Yeah, Meadville, surrounding areas, the Crawford County area.
Good.
So,
and how long have you been there?
I've been there 5 years.
5 years, and you're in charge of the program for the kids?
Yep.
Is that the same as the one that's by McDonald's?
It is. Yep.
So you're in charge of the one at McDonald's and also
I oversee the one in Vernon and all the after-school sites. We have Conneaut Lake and West End after-school care, and then the one downtown.
Okay, so anybody wants to get in touch with anybody should call you.
Call the Y. Ask for me.
You're usually at the...
I'm downtown.
Downtown. They can get
right there on Chestnut Street. Yep.
Okay, now we're back to the more important thing.
That's it.
Back to Stacy has a Portuguese water dog.
Yep.
And the dog's name is?
Her name is Rain.
R-A-I-N.
R-A-I-N.
Okay, we better start at the beginning. Why is this dog called Rain instead of Sun or Thunder?
Well, we went to the breeder and we saw her with the breeder, had the pictures and everything, and the breeder had named her Rain.
Oh, okay.
So that's what we went with. Or that's why we went to see her. She was beautiful. And we got there and it rained the entire day. It was actually my birthday a couple of years ago, and we drove on my birthday 3 hours to go pick her up. And it rained the entire day.
So that's why she's called Rain.
It just stuck. I know it's a scary poster board.
I know. We have a piece of poster board that we use to keep us on track sometimes, and if it falls down again, we're not going to care, because it seems that Rain's got herself really involved with what that poster board's doing.
Yes, she's
a Portuguese water dog.
Yes.
I only know of one other one. How common are they?
They're not very common. Around this area, I only know of one. Again, I had to go 3 hours away to get her. And they really became known a few years ago when the Obamas got one.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
I forgot that they have one. They have two now, or just one? Just one, I think.
Yeah, just the one, I think. Bo was the first one. I do believe he has passed on.
Oh, okay, good.
But yeah, we researched a lot. We had a dog, Shepherd, Husky, best dog, but he passed away, and I told my husband, I'm like, I need another one. And we researched a lot, and we do have a boat. And so we wanted a boat dog, and that's what we got, isn't it?
Well, let's talk. Okay, we'll talk. Okay, what color?
Sorry.
No, that's good. I didn't want you to get so far that I forgot to remind you about something I wanted to know about.
Yeah.
Tell me about the colors they come in.
So the colors they come in are chocolate, black, white. She was very chocolate when we got her. But she's, as you can see, she's kind of lightening up over the years. She'll be 3 in September, so she's not old. This is just the colors it does, but it's a recessive trait where the chocolates tend to turn this liver color.
What does she weigh?
She's 39 pounds. Females usually get anywhere from 30 to 50, males 40 to 60 pounds.
I love the highlights around the muzzle and on the ears and on the tail, because that's where the darker colors are. It looks very nice on her.
Yeah, she's grown into it very, very nice. And it's been this way for about probably 6 to 8 months now. So I don't think it's going to change too much more.
No, I don't either. Who grooms her?
Boomer at Classy Canine.
Classy Canine.
Oh, I said Boomer.
She must have known. Maybe she thinks that's where we're going today after this.
Yes.
Well, so she is what, you say about 39 pounds?
About 39 pounds, yeah.
Okay, and why a female instead of a male?
I didn't want to have to deal with the male stuff. You didn't
want to deal with the male watering things in the house.
I did not want to deal with that.
Has she already been spayed?
She has.
She has been spayed, so unfortunately she's such a pretty girl, we're not going to be able to breed her.
No, we're not. She went through, the breeder wanted us to wait 2 heat cycles, which we did.
Oh, did you?
Yep. So she was about 18 months old, and that's breed standard, is to wait at least 2 heat cycles, so that way they grow to their full potential. And
we were just talking about that as far as when to spay dogs, because I believe that if you had 20 veterinarians standing here right now and we had a discussion,
you'd get something different.
20 different discussions, so I think you just pick with whatever veterinarian you believe in. and go with whatever they say?
Yeah,
Because everybody seems to have their own theory on that
We
stuff.
did a lot of research on what was best for the breed, talked to different people who have dogs, and they all said, the recommendation was to wait. There was no reason not to wait. It wasn't like I have a bunch of little kids running around. It's just me and my husband and our adult children. All right, go ahead, you can get it.
And then let's get her so she's facing out to the camera, because our cameraman certainly wants to get some good pictures of her.
Why don't we do this? Hey, can you sit? Can you do me a favor and put a treat out there next to the poster
I can
board?
just toss it out a little bit,
Yeah.
okay?
Hey, wait, sit.
Yeah, not too bad.
There you go. So now she'll watch the treat until we sell it.
Oh my Lord, you are nuts. You are nuts.
See
But
ya?
you're very, very pretty too.
And you gotta wait. Go look at the treat. No?
She said, I want to look at you because I don't know which one's going to give me the treat now. What's the personality like on these dogs?
Oh, very sweet. They're very hyper. They, do have their moments. She's starting to settle down a little bit. She's kind of getting out of that puppy phase.
You say she's what, almost 3?
She'll be 3 in September.
Oh, yeah.
So she, but they're very loving, very sweet, very vocal. Very vocal.
If I come to your house,
She'll mull you over.
she's not going to bark at me.
She'll bark, but she wants to just be affectionate. She's not going to bark at you in a mean way. She's going to, oh my gosh, you're here. I'm so excited to see you way.
She's not going to bite me.
She's not going to bite.
You ever see, I'm not into aggressive dogs, and she's about as aggressive as nothing.
Yeah, she's
Just
not
seems to
been,
like
the
this.
only time I think I've ever, and this isn't really aggressive, somebody was in her zone and she was resting and the person touched her and she, "Ruff, what do you know? What are you doing?"
Right, why
But
did you
it wasn't,
touch me?
yes. And it woke her up, it startled her, but she didn't, she didn't attack.
Okay. Portuguese water dogs. Does she like water?
They're supposed to.
Let's start again. Does rain like water?
Yes. Well, she loves to kayak.
She loves to. So once you put her in the kayak, she just stays there.
Oh, she'll sit on the front of the kayak like she's, the queen of the Nile. She
All
just,
right.
all
You might
right,
have to
go
let her
ahead
have
and
that,
get it.
yes.
All right, good job. Come back.
So she likes the kayaks. Does she? You have a pontoon, or what else do you have? You have
We have a cabin cruiser.
okay, and she's good on that.
Oh, yes. She stays with us all weekend. Has her own little kennel there, her own little stuff, her own little life vest.
What do you do when she has to go to the bathroom?
Well, we've tried all the stuff of taking a thing on the swim platform. It doesn't work. We got a kayak over to land.
Oh, do you really?
Yes. Yes. So, luckily, our club has a little dog park there. So when we're, in the slip, she can go. But if we're out and she decides she really has to go potty and we're not ready to come in yet, we have to kayak.
When she's on the boat or in the kayak, does she wear a life vest?
She does.
She does.
She does.
But she's not into swimming in the water.
No. She could care less.
Rain.
When she does fall in the water, I honestly had high hopes that maybe she'd be a dock diver. I thought that'd be really cool.
Didn't work.
Didn't work.
We have a lot of, when I ran the dog park, we had a lot of dock standers. They would go to the end of the dock constantly and just stand and watch.
Yeah.
But would not go in.
She's not living up to her breed standard, though.
No, you're not.
As far as that goes, they were actually bred to help bring in the fishing nets. And
Were
to
they?
and to transfer messages back and forth. They would take messages boat to boat, boat to land.
No. Really?
That's what they were. They were like the carrier pigeons of the water. But
I never knew that. So that's what they were bred
that's
for,
what
to
they
do
were bred
something
for.
like that.
Yep. Yep.
Huh. And you said you traveled 3 hours, so where did you go to get her?
We were in Ohio. I don't remember the name of
But
the
someplace
town.
in Ohio is where you
Yes.
got her.
Hey, why are you hiding? Come over here.
She wants to hide today.
Hey, sit. Everybody wants to see you. Look pretty. Stay. Leave it.
Yes.
Oh, Mom.
This is really tough. How much training has she had?
She's been in training with Robin at Red Ball since she was a pup. She was, I think, 6 months old when we started with Robin.
I heard she's coming back.
She is coming back.
When are her classes?
She starts back tonight
At what time?
at 5 o'clock.
Oh, no.
No?
No. That's the class I'm in also.
Oh, no.
Oh, we're going to have a real ball in that class. Yeah, Robin's
Yeah.
very good. So
She is really
So
good.
she's been with Robin for training.
Yes.
And that's Red Ball Dog Academy. We've talked about that
Yeah.
before, and Robin's done some programs for me also.
Yeah, she's really great, and she's learned a lot. And unfortunately, I had to take the last couple sessions off, just work and everything. But I told him, I said, it's time to go back.
Where does she sleep?
She has a kennel. We do kennel.
All the time?
All the time.
Good for you. Wonderful.
Yeah, she's kind of funny because about 7:30 every night, she's tired, she gets her bone. Of course, not this one, you can tell this one's new. But she get one of her many, many bones out of her bag, and she barks at us until we go lay down in bed. We have to go to bed at 7:30 because the queen here has dictated it's bedtime. And she'll go in with us, she'll lay down, she'll chew her bone. And then about 20 minutes later, she's like, all right, I'm tired.
Can I pick up the bone without her
Oh,
caring?
she won't.
Okay. I want to
She
show
won't
this
care.
to everybody. This is a very, very favorite bone. Robin Peterson always talks about this too. I know that you can get them, I do believe, at Chewy. But this is called a bone, and this is probably, without a question, the strongest bone. I've used antlers a lot.
Yeah.
And I've spent a lot of money for a lot of antlers. And the dogs like them too, but I have one of these, and they're probably the best bone I've ever seen. It's called a bone, Bennebone, and I know you can get them at Chewy.
Oh, yep, you sure can.
And that's a good place. They're a little expensive, but they're certainly worth
You know
the
what?
time.
They last, and she loves it. And where you going? Come back.
Is she a trick? Does she do tricks? Mine don't do tricks.
If you hold a treat up, sometimes she'll walk. And she's a jumper. She like, hey, you're hurting me. Come back. She likes to jump everything. She doesn't really do too many tricks like that.
No, mine don't either. My dog's only trick is I just want to be with you, and that's all that matters.
She's definitely a Velcro puppy.
Is she a Velcro to you or your husband? Which one?
Both of us.
Really?
Yeah, she doesn't really. She wants to know where we are at all times, and if we are not with her, she goes and finds us.
Good with kids?
Very good with kids. She doesn't know her own weight though. That's a problem. Like I said, she gets excited, so she wants everybody to hug and love on her, but she doesn't realize that she's as big as.
Wonder what she sees over there.
I don't know. She sees something, but like again, very vocal. She'll talk at you.
Yes, I see that.
She's got the great.
Yeah, the whole talk, the whole conversation, all the time.
Yeah. You definitely work oriented. Has to have something. So I don't know what's got her attention, but something.
The other people that I know that have the Portuguese water dog live on the lakefront of Conneaut Lake.
Okay.
And that was one of the reasons they got a Portuguese water dog. They used to live back up in the other area, but now on the lake, and I guess the dog really likes to go in the water a lot though too.
Yeah. Like I said, she does not live up to her breed standard for that, but.
Does she play well with other dogs?
She's a little bit skittish
Is
until
she?
she gets to know the other dogs. She gets concerned about them, but when she gets to know them, that's where training was one of the reasons to keep her in training.
Absolutely.
Because they get to know the other dogs, they get to see and smell and not be so skittish. She still doesn't like it when something gets too close to her bum, but.
And you did say, and I wanted to repeat it because I didn't know that, but they were originally bred for what reason?
To help bring in the fish nets from the fishermen.
Wow.
And to carry messages back and forth between the boats, and then if the boat needed
I
to
can't
send a
believe
message
that.
to land, yeah.
Huh. And she's had training classes.
She has. There was somebody back there.
Yes, that's
Must
the
have started
problem.
moving.
She says, I heard somebody in that back room, and that really has me possessed now.
Yeah. I don't know that person. I haven't had a chance to smell.
Yes, tell me some more about her. Tell me the 5 best things about her. If I wanted to get a dog, and if I said, I'm thinking about a Portuguese water dog, what would be the 5 reasons to get a Portuguese water dog?
She's very affectionate.
Okay.
And she wants to be with you constantly, which is great.
Does she shed?
She does not shed.
That's the most important.
She
You
does
almost
not
forgot that
shed.
one.
Yes, I did. Our previous dog, oh my gosh, I couldn't run a hand down him without being
I know,
coated.
and people
I
that-
can brush her fully head to toe, and I'll pull off just a little bit of fur.
People that listen to these shows know that I'm a collie fan. I love collies more than anything, and I eat dog hair.
Yeah.
24 hours a day. Someone said, do you have a lot of dog hair? And I say, this is how I eat a hot dog. Dog hair, it's on my mouth, it's constant. So this one doesn't shed.
She
That's
does
really
not,
a good thing.
and that is, I love that fact. Because
Yes.
it's so nice. I don't have to worry about having dog hair everywhere. I don't have to vacuum all the time.
That's right.
Oh my gosh.
And how often do you have her groom? Would you say every 4 weeks?
About every 4 weeks, yep.
Do other people with Portuguese water dogs let them grow a little bit longer than that? Because her fur's kind of not real short. It certainly looks nice.
She's in the retriever cut right now,
Mm-hmm.
and this is about standard. About 1.5 inches is what the length that you want. She's a little shorter right now, just because it is summertime.
You said retriever cut. Never
Yes.
heard of that. What's that?
There's Portuguese standards for cuts. There's 2 cuts: the retriever cut, which is basically where it's all kept all one length.
Which is what I like.
Yeah, ears cut to basically to the leather and the plumey tail.
Okay.
And then there's the lion cut, which is kind of the same thing, except from about here to their butt, it's naked.
Are you ever going to do that?
No.
I wouldn't either. I hate that.
I can't. I'm not a fan of it. I've seen it done. We watch the shows and people do it and people love it. I'm not a fan of the naked behinds.
Did we talk about what colors they come? I don't
Yes.
think we did. You and I talked about that. but
We
what is
did,
it?
I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me one more time. They come.
Chocolate, black, and white.
And white.
And they do have 2 different types of coats. They have curly and wavy. Curly is almost the poodly,
Right.
where it's nice and curly. She is wavy, where you can kind of see it's. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, I touched you. It waves. Oh, sorry, I got too close to the belly.
Oh, now we need a belly rub,
And now
right?
we need a belly rub, and but it just flows very nicely.
If you walked downstairs to do something, would she cry while you were gone?
Oh, she would have a conniption. She'd have a panic attack.
In other words, if you ended up, there's a bathroom up here. If you had to go to the bathroom, she's going with you.
She's going with me.
Okay, well, that's a lot of dogs do that too.
Yeah. Anytime if we're in the house, she is right there with us.
Okay, tell me the 3 worst things about her. If I said,
She barks.
but you could stop that.
I haven't figured out how. She does. Again, she's very vocal, and I can handle the talking. I can handle, yeah. But she gets sometimes so loud. We did get her trained with bells. So when she has to go potty, she pulls out the bells instead of barking at us all the time. I don't like that. You know what?
That's it.
That's really it. I can't tell you anything that I don't like about her. Like, sometimes it's the good and the bad. She wants to be right beside you. Sometimes I don't want you on my feet right this moment.
Are they expensive?
Yes.
Give me a range.
Anywhere from $2,000 to $3,000.
That's not too bad.
No.
I had a French bulldog in here that was well over 5. And
Oh,
I said,
no.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah, no.
That's a lot of money
No,
for a
come back.
dog. And she has all inoculations and all that kind of stuff.
That's
I'm sure you
correct.
do all those things.
Oh, yes, definitely.
I hope my cameraman's able to get the side view. That's a beautiful side view. Look at her. What type of a vest is this that you have on her?
This is is it rough wear? No, this one's not. That's not the rough. Rough wear is her life vest. This is Acadia. Got it from PetSmart.
And what is it? Why do they do little zippers on there and that stuff? Can you put stuff in there? or-
Yeah, so this is her poopy bag holder, because you know.
Poopy bag holder.
You gotta,
Oh my God.
You gotta have those when you're out somewhere. And these little things you can put treats in and stuff if you're out for the day. So, where are you going?
She's coming over to see what's happening every place that we are, aren't you, Ray?
Hang on.
Okay, I can't. I don't want to miss anything. Is there anything that I've missed and we want to make sure people know?
They're just a lot of fun, like any dog. But they need work.
They're
So
active, aren't they?
They're very active, and not just physical. Walking her is great and everything, but the best things that we do with her are we play Go Find It.
Oh, do you?
We play hide and seek. We play those types of games that gets her really. Oops, you're losing my pens, child. That gets her mind working, because that's important.
Really?
She needs mental exercise more than she does physical exercise.
When you go out for the day, is she crated?
Yes, if we're going to be gone for the entire day, yes.
What if we don't crate her? She's going to get in trouble, isn't she?
She probably would. We've not really tried it. No, I take that back. We've tried it if we're going to be gone like
You're so pretty.
half an hour to an hour. But any more than that, I wouldn't risk it.
Yeah, that is so smart to do that. I mean, so many people just don't crate dogs out. It's punishment. No, it's security.
not. It's security.
It's security.
And the fact that I want her, she is spoiled. My husband actually built her a big crate to go in.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I want that if we ever had an emergency, there were ever a tornado,
Mm-hmm.
and she needed to get somewhere very quickly, I want to know she's not going to be scared of the crate.
Good idea.
And, so she's not scared of it. She's spoiled in it. She's got the bedding. She's got space, but
Is she crated in the car?
Not in the car.
Mine isn't either, and you know what? I think we make a big mistake on
I
that.
do too, because we think about that a lot, especially because we do go back and forth to
So
Lake
do I.
Erie. And as we're traveling up there, you know, you can't help but think of that one accident that you're going to have. And is she secure enough room in the back seat?
We talk a lot about that. And I talk about it too, and I'm afraid that if I stop real fast, the dog's going to be like a torpedo into the window.
Right.
Or if there's an accident and she were to get loose.
Right.
Is she chipped?
She is.
Good,
Yep,
she should be chipped
She's
too.
got the chip. One thing, Rob, we have to do with her, she's very treat oriented. So instead of, if we're out and about, come. Instead of telling her, you know, come, and yelling that for the dog, we just say, hey, you want a cookie?
Yes, that works too, doesn't it?
Because, and then just going inside the house, she's like, oh, a cookie, I got this. Oh, I'm sorry. Would you like the
Yes.
cookie? Yes, I will have
Yeah,
a
she is treat oriented.
She is
for
very,
sure.
I will have a cookie. Yes, you win it down. Very nice. She does spin. She does all that fun stuff. But
Does she? Do you have a picture and all of her shot record in your boat?
yes.
Okay, I saw it. I thought I could catch you on that.
No, in our emergency bag, just like we have our insurance card and we have everything like that, there's documentation for her. There's documentation for us. There's documentation for her.
I have the documentation for my dogs, but I don't have a picture. And I recently read where you should also have a picture of your dog
Yeah.
with all your emergency stuff so that in case something happened.
Yeah.
Well, thanks very much, Stacey.
Oh,
I
you're
really
very welcome.
appreciate it. And again, we mentioned that you are involved with the YMCA.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to get involved with that, they should
Definitely.
contact you down
Yeah.
at the downtown Y. And let's turn Rain around one final time
let's
so
see if we
everybody
can get
gets a
her.
good shot here.
There you go. Well, you gotta
Well,
keep-
that was
hey.
like a little
Oh.
pirouette or
Here,
something.
come over here. Can you sit? Oh, that's a good girl. So wait. Yeah.
Very, very nice. I like the little collar with the little flower on it. That's the little.
Oh yeah, that's a boomer touch.
Yes, it is. Well, thanks very much for coming.
Hey,
I
thank you for
appreciate
having
it.
us. I really appreciate it.
Good luck with Rain.
Oh, Dad must be over there.
Dad is there, and now we see Dad has appeared on the horizon. So now all my attention's to Dad, and
Yep.
now the tail's going too.
Yep,
Okay,
exactly.
thanks very much.
Thanks.
There she
We're
goes.
apparently done.
Okay, the second part of our program today is going to feature a Bernice Mountain Dog, one of my favorite dogs in all the world. In fact, if I had the room for one or had the patience for one, I think I'd probably get a Bernese Mountain Dog. And I am with Carrie Iliff, right?
Yes.
And what do you do, Carrie?
I am a family consumer science teacher at the Conneaut School District at the middle schools.
So you are both in Conneautville and also in Conneaut Lake?
Correct, yes.
Okay, and who do we have here?
This is Major. He is about 2 years old. He'll be 2 at the end of September, which is deceiving because he's pretty big.
Pretty big. He's
Yeah.
real big. What does he weigh?
About 100 pounds. He weighed close to 97 pounds the last vet appointment a few months ago, so he's definitely grown since then.
And why the name Major instead of Minor?
Right? We didn't know how big he was going to get, so that was a pretty fitting name, but we just liked it.
And you have another one at home?
Yes, he is 9. He's actually smaller than this guy right here, and his name is Bear.
That's a great life expectancy for one because
Right.
they usually don't live until
Correct.
8 or 9 years,
Right.
10 years of
Yes.
age. So you're
Yeah.
doing well. You must be
Right.
doing something right because
Right.
most of them don't do that.
They're a little spoiled.
I can see that. Well, I hope that he's not going to get another. But next time he lays down, Mr. Cameraman, try and get a picture of his front paws because he does the strangest thing with the front paws. He turns them outward.
Yeah, like a little
They all
sea
do
turtle.
that.
Yes.
What are you
What are you
possibly finding?
smelling,
Probably there
Nate?
was food up here. Can you pull him back
Probably.
across?
Come here, honey.
Good luck. If not,
Yeah.
we'll get him there.
That's okay.
We're used to this.
Yeah.
Get back here.
Lay down, honey.
Okay, so what's the breed standard? What colors do they come? Is this the standard color for one?
This is the standard, the tricolor, yes.
The tricolor. They
Yes.
don't come in any other colors, I don't think, do they? I don't think so.
No, and if they do, I haven't seen it, but
I haven't either. And their size can be anywhere from what to what? What's he, 110 you said?
he's about 100, yes. But they can exceed well over 110 or 20 pounds, just depending. But they can also be smaller too. Obviously, the males are a little bit bigger than the females typically, but so maybe he'll keep growing, but we're not sure yet.
I have always liked their coloring. I
Yes.
just think it's fantastic. The faces are pretty much the same too. They always have that white blaze down the center.
Yes, and some of them have a little bit of a white back here. It's called a Swiss kiss.
Oh, really?
Yes, and so that's just kind of how it goes. But typically when that happens, they're about right here on the dog. And it doesn't
Okay.
extend the whole way back. So I have seen some like that.
What are their, tell me about their eyes, ears, tail, and all those type of things. A lot of care on these guys?
Yeah, I clean his ears pretty regularly. And he sees well, he hears fine.
He has,
He has selective hearing sometimes.
Yes,
but-
well, that's because we can make our usual comment, you and I. That's because he's a
Right,
male.
that's right,
And that's why he
exactly.
has selective hearing.
That's exactly it.
My favorite dog, and people that listen to this know, is a Cavalier King Charles.
Oh, yeah.
And I want to get a Cavalier King Charles tricolor because the Cavalier King Charles tricolor looks identical to
A
a
mini.
Bernese Mountain
Yes.
Dog.
My aunt actually has one
Does
of
she?
those.
Oh,
And he's
that's-
terrified of her.
You big sissy.
Yes, he is.
Oh, my Lord.
Yep. Yeah, and they actually do breed the tricolor King Charles Cavaliers with the Berners and make mini Berners.
Do they really?
They do, yeah. So they are obviously a little bit bigger than the King Charles Cavaliers, not nearly as big as
Has
these
that
guys.
become popular in recent years for them to do that? I don't think I've seen one,
Yeah.
but that doesn't mean
I
anything.
think it is a newer thing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, what are the health issues that these guys have?
Well, because they are a large breed dog, hip dysplasia, joints, and sometimes cancer do affect these guys.
Is cancer a high thing with the Bernice Mountain Dog?
Not as high, I don't think, necessarily as the hip dysplasia, but it just kind of depends.
Do you have him on anything for that, for the hip dysplasia?
Certain foods and vitamins and
Yeah,
things
I've-
like treats, they do have that too.
I've used that Dasaquin sometimes too. A lot of
Yes.
people really promote that with dogs that have possible hip dysplasia. I'm just amazed with the paws. Do the paws always go out to the side like that?
Yes, or sometimes they're crossed, but usually yes.
Out to the side.
Yeah.
The first time I saw that, I thought there was something wrong with the dog. I thought I've never seen it. I've seen them cross them, but I'd never seen a dog that pushes them out to the side like the
Yes.
Bernice Mountain Dog seems to
Yeah,
do.
he's always done that. It's so funny. He kinda-
What do you like about these dogs?
They just are so loving and affectionate. They are very loyal. They're easy to train. And they're just really good, friendly dogs to have. They're friendly with other dogs. They're friendly with other people. And they're so goofy. Their personalities are so goofy. He especially is just so silly. Just the things that he does, it's like, where did that come from? So I have a lot of pictures of
now
him
you
being
have-
so goofy.
Well, and you have Major and you have Bear. What did you have before that as a dog?
When I was growing
growing
up,
up.
we had a Sheltie.
Oh, wow.
So this is quite the difference.
Yes. Yes, and then you went to a Bernice Mountain Dog.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
So he has a lot of energy. So we go for walks every day and run around and throw the Frisbee or bubbles. He likes chasing bubbles.
Is he a good watchdog?
He is. His bark is pretty intimidating. If anybody goes by the house or pulls up the driveway, even if it's a FedEx driver delivering something, he alerts us knowing that somebody's here.
What if I come in?
He's fine.
Not going to be an issue.
Nope. He might bark a little bit, but generally he comes right up to you and greets you. No problem at
And
all.
you say it's good with other dogs?
Yes. You might be afraid of him, but he's good with them.
Well, how much care do they take?
Well, they do shed a lot.
Oh, God, yes.
Yes, just because they are used to cooler climates, so they do shed a lot. And they don't really like to be left alone. They like to be around people a lot, so that can be kind of a tough thing to deal with, when I go back to school and things like that. But
He doesn't seem to be shedding a whole lot right now, unless
No.
you brushed him 1 minute before he came in here.
we
but,
do brush quite often, yes.
But a lot of the dogs, I know my dog is just piles and piles
Yes.
of fur, and I'm brushing every once or twice a day. He doesn't look that bad at all.
Well, thanks, yeah.
Very good.
We take care of them.
Oh yeah, what kind of food is it? What about food? How much food does he eat?
He doesn't eat as much as what you'd think he does. We do the Purina Pro plan, we do Hill's diet.
Oh, do you?
So he likes that. We get bark box, so he likes all those kinds
Oh,
of
I'll
treats.
bet. How's he with toys? Does he destroy them?
No, he loves them.
Really?
He loves them. Like anytime we go out to go potty, he has this big, huge stuffed bear that he always has to take out with him. And we actually have one in the car that's...
And he walks down the streets with that bear? Mm-hmm. Oh my God,
Yeah.
I think he's nuts.
Right, yeah, I know. Some days.
Wow. And bones and that stuff too, like deer antlers or anything like that?
Yeah, he likes
You've
to
done
chew
the
on
antlers?
bones too.
I've done a lot of those
Yeah,
too.
he likes the chew toys, but surprisingly, he does not rip the stuffed animals part.
What type of training have you done with him? Or
Well,
what have you done with him yourself?
I just spend a lot of time with him, and that really helps with just what he knows as far as like sitting and staying and shaking and all
Will
that
he
good
do
stuff.
some of those things?
Sure, yeah.
Let's have him do it.
All right. Hey,
All
Nate,
right, go over towards those chairs a little bit,
over here. Okay.
and then you can...
Treats are helpful too.
Well, yes, he seems very treat-oriented.
Oh,
Seems like
he
that's
loves
his number
food.
one priority.
Very food motivated like me.
Okay, let's see what Bear
Hey,
can
Mage,
do here.
Right here. Ready? Sit.
Well, we gotta do it so the cameraman can get him.
Boy, can you see him?
No, let's do it sideways.
This way? Okay, come here. Okay, sit. All right, can you lay down? Good boy.
Good down.
Boy, good down, yeah. Okay, ready? Oh, gotta get every little bite. Okay, up. Let's get up. Major.
Give me a treat and I'll get up.
Right. Come on. Okay, let's get up. Maybe not.
He says, I figure if I stay down, I can get more treats.
Probably not, yeah.
I know, they have their own way, every one of them.
Oh, they
Especially,
do.
they're like kids. As soon as you want to show what they can do, they say, I'm on a different
They're
way.
very
but-
strong-willed.
Yeah, move over this way a little bit. Maybe as you move here. There
Ready?
we go.
Okay.
Okay, so we have sit and we have down.
Yep, let's sit. Okay, good. Can you shake? Give me some friendship. Right here.
What did you say? Give me what?
Friendship.
Give me friendship.
Yeah.
Now that's a new one.
Friendship. Nope, right here, honey. He's usually really good at this.
No, that's okay. They're like kids. I think
Yeah.
he's good anyways. I think he's well
Okay.
behaved.
All right, ready? High five. Ready? High five. Are you being stubborn?
He's being stubborn right now. Oh, listen, there goes the phone.
High five. Give me a high five.
He's thinking about it.
He is.
Well, I'm going
Oh,
to lay down. I've had
he's-
it with this.
Yeah.
I've had it with this act. Well, I think
we try
he does a
again?
good job.
Yeah, he did a good job.
Does he slobber a lot?
When we're eating something, yes.
I noticed whenever you gave him a treat, there was spit running down.
Oh yeah, yeah. He loves ice cream too.
What, really?
Oh,
What
yeah.
about a water dish?
Oh
When
yeah.
he drinks water, it's water all the way through
Oh,
the house?
absolutely,
It's
yeah.
everywhere.
He's a big water drinker, but yeah, it's like the floor gets cleaned and he gets a drink of water.
Is he a swimmer?
We haven't really introduced him to water or swimming yet, but he doesn't mind baths, so I imagine swimming would be
You know, I
something he
always
would
am
enjoy.
amazed at the people that have the retrievers or the
Yes.
labs because they say, well, let's take the dog swimming. Well, guess what? Your dog dries in 5 minutes.
Right.
Our dog takes probably an hour and a half
That's
or two.
exactly it,
That's why I
exactly.
was against it because I didn't want to have to deal with that.
exactly. That's the one thing, huh?
You are such a pretty boy. What are the 5 best? Why did you ever pick a Bernice Mountain Dog?
Well, I've always really liked the breed. I think they're just very striking, and didn't really know much about their personalities until Bear, and it was just one of those things. He was getting older, and we decided might as well get another one during the pandemic.
Oh, yes.
So here's the
So
weird
you're
personality.
a COVID. You're a COVID
He's
pandemic
a COVID
dog.
baby, yeah.
Yes, you are. Look at you, silly thing. And what else? What are some other good things about it?
Well,
Or why the breed?
Since being introduced to the breed, there we go. They are just such fun, loving, affectionate dogs. I mean, he's just so goofy. And I think that kind of just wears off on me too. And just, he's
he'll
so
just
silly.
Yeah, he's loving
But
life.
he's just so, they're happy-go-lucky. They just love life. You know, if I have a bad day, he just brightens it up just because he's just so sweet and loving and just friendly to everybody. Come here.
You must have.
Yeah.
You brush him a lot. Mm-hmm. I can tell that you do. I mean, his coat looks beautiful.
Thank you.
You have a beautiful coat, don't you? Oh, good. And I'm so glad. You know what's going to happen when I go home? I'm going to get a real investigation by my dogs.
Right.
Because now you've got slobber
He's a
all
lover.
over
Oh,
me.
yeah, there's
Way to go
that.
there, Major, all over me. And I don't think I asked this, but why the name, Major?
We were just looking through at different puppies, just looking at different breeders, and one of them, you know how they just kind of name them to identify them, one was Major. And so we really liked that name, and it fits because he's huge. So
He is huge. He is huge.
Yeah.
He's one of the highest ones I've seen.
Yes.
You know, a compliment to you. You haven't let him put a lot of weight on, and I think that's really going to help as far as the hips are concerned.
Hey.
Because he certainly doesn't need to get a lot more weight or anything like that.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. He's very active. Very, very active. He likes to be outside and likes to be just.
We have a fenced-in yard.
No, we don't. But we have a big backyard where
He
can run around and play, and we go for walks. He loves nature trails, all the different scents and things that he can smell there. So.
What about whenever he gets into something you shouldn't be into?
Oh, yeah. Well, we have burrs.
Yes, I put up with that too.
Yes. So.
The fur never gets any longer than this.
No, not really. I mean, he
That's
gets
a real
groomed
advantage.
occasionally. Yes, right. So on his ears, you can definitely tell it, and on his paws and his feet.
But yeah, I never realized that his fur actually is no more than what, maybe 2 inches,
Right.
2-3 inches.
But he does shed, so don't
Well,
let
he
that
does
deceive
shed.
you.
Yeah, it's deceiving.
And
that's
it's
for
funny
sure.
because Bear's hair is very curly, kind of like his back end here.
Oh, really?
He's curly all over the place, and he's a little bit more straight-haired. So that's kind of another difference there too.
How much are they? What's the cost on them?
Well,
Give me a range.
generally 2,500 probably, if
Yeah.
not more, a little bit less. Just depends on the breeder and where you get them from.
And the life expectancy?
About 7 to 9 years old.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Before we filmed, we were talking about
Yes.
that because you said Bear's how old? 9?
9, yeah.
I'm just amazed because you don't see many Bernese Mountain Dogs and Danes and dogs like that
Right.
live past 6, 7 years of
Yep.
age. So as we talked, I think you must be doing something right
Yeah.
because it certainly is good.
definitely, yeah. We like to keep them active and just involved with everything and spoil them a little bit, obviously.
And you neutered him because you weren't planning on having more puppies at the house?
No. So
Where's he from? Ohio?
Ohio, yes. Yep.
Are there? I don't think there's any breeders around here, are there?
I think maybe in Linesville, Mercer, Fredonia, but at the time they didn't have any. So
Is the breeder that you went to, does that breeder also have Cavaliers?
no.
Okay,
they
there
don't.
is another breeder in Ohio that does
Oh,
that.
really?
I
Okay.
think that breeder does have
Okay.
Bernese Mountain Dogs and Cavaliers.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you holding your paw up in the air? Is there something you want to tell us?
Generally, he likes to put his paw on you if you are scratching his belly or petting him. I looked it up. It kind of means that he's petting you back in a way.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is he good with little kids?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I wish you weren't so busy.
I know.
I talk you into having him as a therapy dog.
Oh,
the people and
yeah.
the little kids would go crazy with him.
Yeah, he does love it.
They
We
would
go
just
to-
love him.
We go to car shows and things like that, and he is a greeter. He's a little social butterfly, that's for sure.
Well, because he's honestly, and I've always felt this way about Bernese Mountain Dogs, they're so striking in appearance.
Yes.
That people see them and say, oh my
Are
God.
drawn to them,
Yeah, they're
yes.
really drawn to him.
I think a lot of people just think his size is so different than what they're used to seeing out and about too.
And the biggest health issue we said was the
Hip dysplasia.
hip
Yes.
dysplasia. Nothing other than that, and no other health issues that we need to be concerned about. Nothing with the eyes or anything like that.
No, actually, not too much there. Hearing maybe, but we already kind of established maybe why.
Yes. Does he? That's for sure. Is he a good rider in the car?
He is, yes. He really, this time of year especially, really likes resting his chin on the console because the air conditioning
that's what-
blows right
that's what
there.
mine does, too.
So, or likes the windows down or the sunroof open.
Now, what you need is a Cavalier King Charles.
Yeah, I know.
Same color.
Yeah,
You could
Yep.
have them both running around at the same time.
that's right. Oh yeah.
Is there anything else you'd want people to know about this dog? Because he sure is nice.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm partial to them, obviously, but I think they are one of the best breeds out there. They're just very loving and affectionate. They're very intelligent, and they just really want to please the people around them.
If you don't mind slobber.
Right, exactly.
Spit,
And big
dog hair.
dogs, yeah. I mean that kind of comes with the territory. There's some more slobber, but
Oh,
you know,
constant.
aside from all of that, they're just really, really, really good dogs that I think anybody would enjoy having around, if you have the space for them to, obviously.
Well, yes, in other words, we're not going to encourage somebody that lives in a second floor apartment
Correct.
somewhere to have one of these. These
Yes,
guys need
yes.
the outdoors.
They need to be outdoors and
Place to run.
yes, and obviously they do like cooler climates, but he follows me around everywhere. He's a mama's boy, so if I go outside, even to the mailbox, he has to be right there with me. So
We talk a lot about that. The people that get the dog that should never, ever, ever be in an apartment because they
right.
need the outside, the running, and all
Yes.
that stuff.
Yes.
You are so, so very, very pretty. Well, thank you very much, Carrie. I really appreciate
well,
you
thanks
bringing
for having us. It's a
Major
pleasure.
in. You are a pleasure to meet, and you are such a nice boy.
Thank you.
And if they are interested in ever getting one, they can probably find you at the Conneaut School District.
Absolutely, yes.
And you can give them some direction as to where to get one, stuff like that.
Or any advice or anything like that.
Yeah, I want to go back to the hips real quick. Do you do X-rays on them? Have you done that? You haven't had to do that. Or what about on the big one, the older one?
They do that, yes. Yeah, the big little one.
Yeah, the big little one, the older
yeah.
one. Did you have a problem with hips with him?
No, not so far yet. So that's good. But, you know, at the vet, they do check them at every
Check
appointment.
everything.
And, you know, I guess if it's necessary, they will do an x-ray. But we haven't had to do that with him yet. Everything's good to go so far. So,
Well, I think
knock
you made
on
a
wood.
good choice here as far as the weight, too, because he's not carrying a lot of heavy
Right,
weight. And that's going to make a big
He's
difference
very
when the time
active,
comes.
so he burns all that off, anything that he eats.
Oh, there we go.
There we
Camera,
go.
check these paws going out to the side.
Yep.
Okay, thanks very much. Appreciate you coming
Thank
in.
you,
And Major,
anytime.
come back and visit us sometime. Major, will you come back and visit us? Will you?
Oh, yeah.
Tell your owner you want to be a therapy dog because people would love you. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.